Hi, so today we're gonna work on removing lampposts. The idea is not to learn how to remove lampposts, the idea is how to remove random things around the picture and just learn how to remove them. So, just to point out, we're gonna remove number one, and then number two. That's a tree, it's not a lamppost. Number three, and then four in the distance. 5, 6, 7. There's one over here, but we'll see how things go. So the idea is basically to learn how to work with different elements that intersect, and how would you look at different. So if it's a sky, if it's concrete, if it's grass, if it's trees, some things are easier than others. So start with this one. So let's turn this layer off. New, fresh, clean layer. Okay, sky is pretty simple. I'm just going to duplicate the layer, Command J, I'm going to drag it up there. Need this layer. Okay. So I'm going to select just quite a bigger size than what I'm looking for, just so that I have more to blend. Add a little bit to the top. There we go. So Command C to copy, Command V, or Control if you're on PC, V to click onto the Move tool, and then now we're just going to click and drag. So ideally you want to hold your Shift button just so that it doesn't move up or down. See, it just moves right. I'm going up and down, but it's not going. Just because it's sky and the colors do change, so we want to keep them quite harmonious. So I'm clicking on my layer masks, it says vector mask because it will add a vector mask. So B for brush, make sure you're on black. Black removes, white restores. Make sure you've got a very fuzzy brush, so no hardness. You right click to get to this, and then make sure your opacity is at 100, and then just start blending. Basically we're just trying to remove the straight edge. You won't have to do much. Here we're just going to bring back the entire tree. Because we don't have to do much because it is exactly the same colors. So what I like to do is Command M to bring on layer curves for this only layer, so not the entire image, and then just drop it. Now when I do this, I can add, oh sorry, I did it on the layer mask, not on the layer itself. Yeah, so now when I do this, I see where I missed. So now I know that I missed here. So I cancel this and go back to my layer mask and then just paint over there. Go back, check. Oh, I painted it back. Sorry, you have to have your white. So just click. I'm just selecting it. You click Command or Control, and then click. You can see how my mouse changes the icon. So when you click on it, that's when it selects. So I just know where the edges are, so I'm not shooting in the dark. Command M. Oh, yeah. Go down. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to zoom in and work on the bottom layer. You could copy and paste the same. You could do clone, so you could be cloning, so you click clone stamp tool. Again, hold on to your shift just so that it doesn't move. Layer mask, brush, and paint. What I like to do sometimes is I actually like to remove more than what I need to remove and then make it smaller and then just bring back what I want. That way it's actually a lot easier. Okay, so this layer here, I'm going to go with my clone stamp and create a new layer. The reason is because I've already layer masked this part, so that's why I'm not using the same layer, because I don't want to bring that out again. Okay, so click something in the same vicinity, not too close, so it doesn't take it. Okay. Okay, clone stamp again. Just click in the same area. Bring it down. All these. Sometimes this method works, sometimes like a bit over here it doesn't. So we're going to fix that, but just bring it down. So the recording cut off, so I'm just going to try and explain what I did. So basically what I did was, so I just, because it was about up to here, so what I did was I just clicked on the layer and had my move tool on, which is V, and then just clicked the arrow down. So go down, down, down until these lines and then these lines and then these lines matched. Then what I did is I clone stamped just from this area over here, and now we need to fix the chair. So first of all, I need to determine which layers these are on so I can delete them. So the easiest way to do that is to have your move tool on, click on your command or control, and click on the layer that you want to find out. So this is this original. Yeah, and then which layer is this from? Okay, so we can delete this part of the image. You don't have to, but I like to do it because that way I know what I'm doing, and it's not a blob of things. So let's zoom in. I don't like it when it does that. Can't really see what you're doing. What if I make this bigger? It doesn't make a difference, does it? Okay, fine. Alright, so again, you have clone stamping or copying and pasting. Honestly, I prefer to copy and paste over clone stamping because it's a lot less invasive and you don't have to keep going back and forth and back and forth. And it's the same thing anyways, but I prefer to. If I can, I prefer to copy and paste. So just blending the edges and then working it. So just bring back the top. And just take out what you want to take out and bring back what you need to bring back. So this just looks great. Okay. And then there's a small thing here where we can clone stamp it away. Okay, and then the bottom here, just clone stamping. So we can sand, stairs, sand, I mean the grass, stairs. Sorry, always happens if I forget to put my phone on silent. It's on silent. It's been silenced. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. Okay. So zoom out, check your handiwork. Yeah, I think that looks good. So let's group it all together. Now that was, ladies and gentlemen, light number 1. So, lamp 1. Done. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Alright, so with trees, you can't really copy and paste. It's not that easy. So you can actually start with it. So, I'm just going to clone it out. Because it's a tree, and trees have leaves, and leaves tend to look alike, it doesn't really matter what you do because it's okay. So I'm just cloning some of the parts that look alike out, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. So that part is done. So before and then after. Changed a bit of the tree, that's fine, because no one really cares what the tree looks like. I mean, not that no one cares what the tree looks like. I sound very mean. I meant that, what? I meant that, like, it doesn't really matter because trees change with the wind anyways. And yes, I just realized that I am apologizing to a tree. So let's get some buildings from the distance. When you clone stamp, if the entire area, like these, they all look the same, just try to get something from a bit further off, just so that it doesn't look like they're being copied from the same area. So I'm creating a square. If you want to move the square like I just did, so just move it, just click on your space bar, then you can move it rather than create a bigger one. So I'm just selecting it because I don't want to move the entire layer, I just want to move this part. Click on V to move. You see how the cursor turned into an X, a pair of scissors, because we're basically cutting. And now I'm going to click down with my arrows, just so that these match up. Now I know I brought back some of the lamp. That's fine, we can change that. But I just need this to line up so it looks a bit more realistic. Okay, go back and then just clone it out. Okay. Now we're going to do a copy and paste instead of a clone, just so that we see how to work with it. If it's copied rather than cloned, because we saw on the one before, if we clone it, how to fix the problems. So now we're going to copy it to learn. It's just very ridiculous how to fix the problems. Then again, you could copy from right across, but from next to it, but I'd rather go a bit further off just so that I can have a different gauge. So copy, paste, bring it back up, delete, remove, and then just drag. Alright. So first things first, it's a bit tilted. So Command T, and then just give it a little tilt, just so that it fits. Okay, we're going to use the perspective tool, which is one of my favorite tools. So just drag it down. This honestly would have been easier to clone, but again, I'm sticking to what I said, and I'm going to do the copy, just because sometimes you can't really clone, and then these are important methods you need to learn. You know what? I'd rather do it in stages. So first stage is the fence. No, it's not really fence. What's it called? Barrier. Okay, this fits. Doesn't really add up, but that's fine because we're gonna. It's not the thing that we're trying to add up anyways. Smaller. I'm bring this back up. There we go. It's a bit of a hard edge, and that's fine. Oh, there's a bow. Okay. So we're going to remove the writing, just because it doesn't make sense for the writing to start and then just never finish. Okay. Bring it back in. I'm going to copy from this side, again, so it doesn't look repetitive. Okay, copy and paste, bring it up. You can drag it up, or you can use your command and square brackets, open and close. So open bracket to go down, close bracket to go up. Or you can just do what I do, drag it up. So I'm just trying to match this here. I think it matches nicely, but I'm just taking it a bit more because I'm going to delete anyways. So make sure you're on black. Remove all the, specifically these areas that are not common. What's the word? I'm losing my words. Distinctive. So specifically when you have distinctive marks, you need to make sure that you clone them out or something. Or that way. always and forever. Make sure that you comb them out so that you can't tell that it's been photoshopped or that it's been edited, because generally it's not really repetitive. So I'm just finding that it's a bit darker here than it is here, so I'm just lifting up some blacks, just a small bit. It's very insignificant, but it blends it better. Okay, let's go back onto here, make sure you've got black on, and then just blend. If you're having trouble blending, just lower the opacity down a bit. That way it will blend nicer. Let me just remove the hard edge. Okay, now I've got a small problem up here. Got my clone stamp, new layer, and then just have it really, really small, and then just clone it out. Sometimes cloning works, again, sometimes it doesn't. This thing is also bothering me. It looks like a little cat, but it's not, so I'm just going to remove it. It's just good to use your judgment. Alright, so that's second one out. Ooh, a tree or it's a tree. Okay. So this one in the back. Again, trees, you could name it lamp too, but I honestly don't care. With the trees, you know, you can do whatever you want. I'm just gonna clone maybe this area. Just as long as you have something to start and to end, so it's not really a branch that's just going into nowhere. That's what you have to keep in mind, and keep in mind that you don't clone areas that you can tell, because they've become really repetitive. Okay, just a little bit aside, should we go a bit down and up, just and lengthen here. Let's see if I can copy. I like, when copying, I like to get a really, really big surface area. And then just move it so it's about the middle. Another way I love to do is paint it all black. So take it all out and then just come back with the white, just where you need it, and then that way it's more blendable and you know that you have no straight cut edges at all. Clone stamp, just, oh, what are we doing here? Just maybe around here. Get around here, it's not really a straight line. Okay, with the fence, but you have to be careful because there's the girl. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it out where her shoulder is. Doesn't really matter. All we want is the top part anyways. And then that's it. We're done with the second one. Okay, so this is the before, and then this is the after. It feels good, right? Okay. You don't really have to do layers for each one. I like to make things difficult for myself. Let's see if we can get away with copying. Let's see. What did I just do? Oh, Okay, I copied and pasted, and the old one had the old lamp. Okay, black, and then just go back in. Small soft brush. Click shift, and then just click down, and it's just gonna work itself. Okay, so this area is a problem. This area is not actually. It's just the tree part that's the problem. This area is a problem, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it and I'm going to work on top of it because it's okay to have some sky showing in the background, but it's not okay to have some lamp showing in the background. So S for clone stamp, click on the tree and then just click it in. Okay, so this is extremely distinctive, that branch, so make sure we work on it. Some floaties up here, and you have to make sure that you don't have a lot of fuzzy edges because with trees they have hard edges. So I'm just making sure of that. I feel very loved today. Everyone's texting me. Just get the branches in. I'm working on the layer mask. I'm like, why isn't it working? And then just erase it. Okay. Some for the top because again, branches don't really fuzz out. So just erasing so that they're clean cut. Okay, zoom out, see what you did. Is it okay? Is it not okay? Yeah, seems good. Zoom back in. Are you really gonna make me zoom in? Okay, there we go. New layer. And then give it a nice new brush. And then just move it in place. Just clean this part out. Okay. Just selecting and then going back to my V move tool and then just dragging down just so until these guys fit. I think that's a good fit. And then zooming in and then having my stamp on again and then just with the edges ever so slightly, going back and forth until it's cleaned out. Beautiful. All right. Okay, zoom in here. Got 3 more. We're just going to do them together because they're quite small. First of all, I see the top. Basically what I'm going to do is just copy the top of the tree and similar. I would have done this, but the color here is more yellowish and here it's more pinkish, so I'd rather get something from the same area. So just get the tops in, and that's brilliant. Just give it a small little erase on the edges. Okay, and then this one here, just okay, sorry. I'm on the wrong S, yeah. Just move around till you see where it would fit best. Then back with the eraser tool and then erase the soft edges out. A little bit down here. Just bring back the original tree. Okay. Okay. For this part, it's pretty easy. Just copy. From the bottom. Yep. Paste it on top. Drag it in. Hold your shift just to make sure that it stays. Layer mask. Take it all out and then just bring it back where you want it to come back. So here I'm just going to bring a little bit more so it connects. And then this guy, we're going to fix the tree, don't worry about that. And then this guy. Okay. I'm going to zoom in and then work a lot closely. Okay, so the trees, we're going to bring them back. So go back to black and then just brush. So the problem with the tree is the edges, so I'm just going to copy from here. Get a small little sample, come up, and Alt. Okay, and then just click. There we go. Just erase a little bit up this side. It's a bit too fuzzy for me. Okay, it's nice. And then from here, same thing, just grab it from somewhere else. And then just move until it fits. Ooh, I like that, it fits perfectly. Okay. And then just erase where you don't want it to show up. So for me, it's just this little to I think the recording is taking a lot of the RAM, which is making the laptop extremely slow right now. Okay, let's see what happened. No. Come on, zoom out. There's something wrong, and I can feel like there's something wrong. It's just discoloration. So what I'm gonna do is, from this distance, I'm gonna work on it. So just give you a bigger brush, and then just, oh no, just work the entire layer in. The reason I do this is because it looks really weird, so just take it out from where this is, and then just bring it back from where this is. There we go. Now it works nicely. Okay, now we've got to work on the bottom part of it. So, new layer. Just clone stamp for a smaller clone stamp, but yeah. Okay, and then move tool, and then just move it until it fits. And then again, new layer, clone stamp. I'm going to work from down to up right now. Just fitting it until it fits properly, and then moving it. Okay, not really properly actually, but not properly. It's because it's got two elements, so I think I'm gonna Command T, and then get your warp tool, and then just fix it that way. Because part of it is okay, but half of it is not. So, and it's really warping rather than, because it feels like a wave. Okay. And then the last one, but first V, and then click over here, control click, and then click on the layer mask, and then bring back the floaty. Okay, one last one. New layer. The reason I put them on new layers is that I can move them up and down as I please. So just click from there, and then just try and make it fit somehow, and then just go up and down. Okay. Yeah, the bottom does not really have to be, because it doesn't really match even there. Okay. Perfect. So this is how I would do it. Let's see some curves editing maybe. Okay. Let's lift some blacks up a bit. Get brighter. And then add some contrast. Maybe some colors. Make some red in the shadows. Set warmer. Maybe we can get a little bit more blue. A little bit more vintage. Need to make the whites a bit yellower. And then maybe, I'm not sure how this would work, but I'd like to try something. Dark purple. Let's see, how would you look? I'm not really sure how I feel about this. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. here, but I think it's a give or take. Depending on what you are looking for, is just what matters. The feel that you want it to have. I don't know, maybe some would like it original, maybe some would like it vintage, but that's how you would get a vintage tone. Maybe I would add some clouds if I had some stock. A small, a very light texture, so light, maybe on like 5% to 7%, just so that it's there but not really. So anyways, this is the original, and then this is us removing it. I think it's quite good if I do say so myself. Could edit out the little grass, but I think it looks nice. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye!